The time has finally come for me to talk about my experience reading Onyx Storm by Rebecca Yarros. This was a book that I was so excited to read and to review. I was looking forward to it, obviously, for like nearly a year. Um, this was one of the most challenging books to get through that I feel like I've experienced in a long time. I had this book on Kindle. I was traveling too, and I think that did obviously that's like a distracting way to get immersed into a book like this. But I originally had it on Kindle. Then I read, the hardcover version, and I was struggling so much to get through this book that I needed to get the audiobook too. That's when you know it's real. That's when you know like you're really on the struggle bus. Sorry, my dogs keep scratching at the door, and obviously I'm not editing these videos, and I'm just gonna keep this train running. So at this point, there are so many reviews out there on YouTube about this book, and I think it sounds like I had a very similar experience to other readers in that this was just a challenging book to get through. This was not a 5-star book by any means in my eyes. This was like maybe a 3.5-star book. I can still appreciate the storytelling. Like, I do love how they did go to the Isles, and I like how we met Xaden's mom, in that she's kind of this complex character. I don't think she showed up how any of us expected her to show up. But I still have some frustrations with some of the details of the storytelling and things just not, this is one of the situations where I do wish that Rebecca Yarros did actually read fan theories, because some of them I really do think are much better ideas than what happened in the book. And just in general, this wasn't like it was so difficult to get through like the first third of the book. I think that was a universal experience, that the first third of the book was rough. I want to see Xaden go full on Anakin and go to the dark side. I hope that we get that in the next book. I really hope that we get that. So it was a 3.5-star read for me because it was really challenging, but towards the latter half, I do feel like there were elements I'm like, oh, okay, that's cool. I do like the Isles. I do like, Dane's character arc. I feel like that was unexpected by a lot of people, and I love that. I think, so here's where I'm going to get into theories. I think when Dane was slapped, he was given power and given a gift, because like that's his whole thing, where like when people touch his face or when he touches people's faces, I do think that towards the end, because remember where Sloane was like, you have way too much power, or like you have so much power. She's talking about how much power he has. No one has been like, Dane has like so much power, other than the fact that he's that type of intrinsic. So I think he was given more power when he was slapped on that one aisle, whatever. It's so hard to keep track of all the names. I kept looking at like the list of names in this book in the beginning. Everyone was like, who are these freaking people? And to me, that is just kind of like sloppiness. When you have to refer to a glossary to enjoy a book, to me, I'm like, you ain't enjoying the book, especially when so many of us did do a fresh reread of Iron Flame, Fourth Wing Iron Flame, and we're still lost. I think that's, honestly, that's on Rebecca Yarros. That's not on us not doing our homework and prep work. I also thought, like, at the end, when the net was thrown over her in Taryn, when they're in the sky, like, they're following that one woman. I already forgot her name because it's been a couple weeks at this point. I've been, like, kind of trudging through getting to this review, but I need to do this as closure for myself after this reading experience. When they were following her at the very end, her, Violet, and Taryn to the sky, and they were like, we're gonna get this, what I'm trying not to curse on this channel, but we're gonna get her. And a net all of a sudden appears above the clouds. How did they not see this? Like, they literally talk about going above the clouds, and all of a sudden, like, a net is just there. What Benin, what Wyvern were just like waiting up there. All, you know, I picture 4 of them, or 3 of them at least, being like, okay, we're gonna wait. All right, ready, guys? Ready? Okay, drop. Like, what? So that kind of took me out of the reading experience, because I'm like, is no one thinking about the physics of this net situation that would have to go overturn this, you know, huge dragon? So that took me out of it. And also, like, how I felt like it was very anticlimactic how she died. You know, like, I do enjoy that more of the gods are getting involved in the essence, like the history of the gods. And also I agree with a lot of other people where Violet kind of went dumb mode herself in this book. Like, that she's seeing this girl with hair just like hers, and she doesn't think to be like, I need your life story right now. Like, she just kind of glosses over it. I'm like, this is like, it doesn't make sense. I can't picture if Violet, that takes me out of it, because yeah, I thought that was like weird. But so much of this book was kind of weird like that. So many little details. I'm like, this doesn't, I know we're reading fantasy, but like, it's really not getting realistic. And the way these characters, how they've been behaving and how they behaved in this book, like Xaden being given the role of instructor too, just kind of didn't really seem like it added up. Given like his history, there were many things about this book that just rubbed me the wrong way. I do think that, you know, Rebecca is crafting like this huge tapestry, and she's just losing track of some threads in the tapestry that us readers are picking up on. I feel like she's getting lost in the sauce of writing this book. So I do hope that the next book pulls it together. And that Violet is just behaving a little bit more smart. And that Xaden goes full evil. That's what I really want. I want evil Xaden. And that gift, whatever, like when she had her I already forgot the name of that girl. Oh my gosh, what is her name? Iris? No, that's not right. The girl with the shaved head who can take your memories away. Already blanking on that name. But and then she was given that freaking piece of jewelry from Xaden. Part of me is like, oh my gosh, is his soul like trapped in that jewel? And that's when he's like, you know, when he's in this book being like, you have the last part of my soul or my heart. Like, I wonder if it's trapped in that stone. I wonder. So anyways, that's my thoughts on this book. Really nothing too riveting. Nothing that probably hasn't been said before. Other than I have yet to see anyone talk about this net situation and the physics and the logistics of them throwing this giant net and like catching Taryn and Violet by total surprise. Some of the things I did like about this book though, I did like that he ended up fully turning not for Violet, but for his dragon. How am I already blanking on his dragon's name? This is wild. I feel like you guys know what the name of his dragon is. That he ended up turning for her in his love for his dragon. I did like that. I also like how, you know, every Violet's like, team, Xaden's not going to turn. He doesn't need to do this. Xaden was like almost wanting to turn. It seems like this man gave up on himself a long time ago. Obviously, the characters like Bodhi and Garrick, I feel like, are the best characters in this whole book. And wait, what's her friend's name? Oh my gosh, I don't know why I'm blanking. I should have literally done this little like fresh, the name of the friend. You guys are gonna feel like roast me in the comments that I can't even remember some of these people's names already. Who's the guy that we love? Who's Violet's friend and was the only one to like how he trained to be a part of the quest squad for her, and then how he was so upset that Violet didn't tell anyone, and that the only people who knew that Xaden was Venom are people who would side with Xaden. I thought that was a really sweet detail. Geez. Wow, this is gonna keep me up, but I'm not gonna waste your guys' time with watching this freaking video since I'm not editing my videos. Imogen, that's Riddick. There we go. Love Riddick. Sorry, Riddick, forgot your name, but Riddick, that angel. Riddick is stealing my heart as well as everyone else's, and I am excited for the next book. I just hope Rebecca brings this circus together. And that's my take. 3.5-star read. Disappointing for sure. My lowest rated book for the 3 books so far. And I'm kind of glad she's taking a break, honestly, because I hope that it buys her the time and the energy to do this right when we get to book 4.